Part 2. So eventually, Klaus finally comes around, realizes that Stefan is not bluffing, or maybe he wasn't, just couldn't tell, but that he's serious. And he finally backs down and agrees to pull his hybrids out. And yet Stefan still does not agree to give up the coffins. They slow down the car. She gets out. She's freaking because she can't believe that he would do something so disgusting, that he has become this. And he tells her that with tears, the first actual sign of emotion I've seen this whole season, that he doesn't have anything else left but his revenge and the anger that's associated with it. And she tells him with even more tears that you had me. And you would think that might soften him up a little bit, but no. Straight back at her, I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter. Straight at her. He says, it doesn't matter to me what happens to you or what happens to Jeremy or what happens to anybody. I just want to destroy Klaus. So Stefan takes off, leaves her there alone by herself on the bridge. Of course, the only person she can call, good old Damon. At the founders' party, as a matter of fact, Allard meets up again with Meredith Fell. Seeing Meredith get a little involved, and she drops the bomb that yes, she knows about vampires and all this sort of mischief in town. Obviously, she's a Fell, so she's a member of the founding family, so she's well versed on all history. I don't know if she knows that the stuff's going on right now, but I think she suspects. At the party, she's there by herself. He asks her why she didn't bring a date, and she says, and she tells him that she really hates the bridge because her boyfriend, her prom date boyfriend, dumped her on that bridge, and she wishes she had dumped him over the side. And lo and behold, that ex-boyfriend shows up, and they get into a little bit of a tiff. Allard comes to her rescue. Looks like things between her are starting to coalesce some. But there's a lot of unanswered questions about her because the boyfriend says, trust me, dude, you don't want to get involved with her. She's crazy. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to think about that yet. I suppose we'll find out about that in later episodes. And then, towards the end, yet again, another port scene. I gotta tell you, every time that there's a port scene between them, you know it's gonna be something good. Nothing but goodness comes of their port scenes. It's like in order for them to have a moment, it has to be on the porch. I don't know how Williamson and Plex think of this, but it's perfect. She's visibly upset that Stefan did this, and Damon tries to get her to understand that, I don't like how he did it either, but you got to think how this is a bit of a win for us. The hybrids are gone. We don't have to worry about them. Klaus might still be here, but at least his hybrids are out of town. It's just this little bit more safe than it was before. She says, well, yeah, that might be a bit of a win, but I don't like how he went about it. And he keeps asking her if she's okay because he can tell that she's upset. And she says that she is, and they get closer and closer and closer. And he kind of holds her chin up a little bit. And it almost, I know there have been a lot of moments that they've had where you think they're going to kiss, but this almost looked like it was going to be kiss number 2. You could tell that she was wanting it. But at the same time, so much had happened that night, so much craziness, that she just couldn't. And she said to him that you can't kiss me again. It's not right. And he said, no, it's not right. It's right, just not right now. Which is absolutely perfect. It's a perfect thing for him to say, because it's true. I think that Elena is starting to realize that Damon is where she belongs, but just not at this moment. I mean, after everything that happened with her and Stefan on that bridge, it would be a bad juju for him to go and kiss her like that. She was not in the emotional place to be doing that. They need to get rid of Klaus. They need for this to be over, or at least closer to being over. And he needs to give her time to believe in her heart, I guess, that it's okay. Because I think there's some smidgen. I really don't get it. I don't understand why she keeps holding on to Stefan when it's obvious that Stefan no longer cares. I'm not even sure he's just a very good actor. she herself said that she was willing to let him go, and it seems like she has. But she still has this smidgen of guilt left in her, like she knows she can't be with Damon because it'd be wrong with Stefan in her life. I don't think it's necessarily because she would feel like she was betraying Stefan. I think she's terrified of what she feels for Damon, and she doesn't know how to define it. And her biggest fear, other than betraying Stefan, is that she does not want to become Catherine. She doesn't want to become the person that plays both of the boys against each other. She doesn't want Stefan to want to kill Damon because she was with Damon and for it to be like it was back in 1864. She swears that she's not that person. But it's getting to a point where she can't deny it anymore. Her feelings for Damon are too strong. And I gotta say, he's been very patient. He loves her enough that he's willing to wait till she's ready. But whenever the second kiss happens, it will be her move. He already staked his claim right there when he kissed her that first time. He was open to the point. He said, "Yeah, I want you, and not just for a role. This is serious." Now she's got to make the next move to make him believe that she wants him back. On the other side of that, there's some very curious happenings. I know a lot of the fans were probably like, "Huh? What in the what?" Caroline is at home suffering from the wolf bite, and her mother allows Klaus to come in and save her. And it's weird because Klaus was the one that ordered this to happen in the first place, and yet when he sits on her bed to talk to her, he's almost, the look on his face is almost like he feels like horrible. Like he feels so horrible that this was done to her. And on her birthday. Because, he's been alive for like 1,000 years, so the meaning of birthdays is kind of lost on him at this point, but he knows that she's still so young and that it still has some meaning to her. I've never seen him speak with such softness and such kindness and such actual emotion towards any one person. It's very, very weird that they would make that kind of connection. But yeah, she fed off him, he cured her, and then she went to sleep, and when she woke up, there was a present on her table, and it was an actual, because he had seen the charm bracelet that Tyler gave. He's like, "Oh, this isn't even real. You should have much finer things in life. This is only the beginning of your life. You're going to be seeing such art and such beauty to see the whole world." So when she wakes up, there's a jewelry box on her bed, on her nightstand, and when she opens it, there's a diamond bracelet in there, like a silver diamond bracelet. I know the fans are like, "Klaus and Caroline? Are you serious?" It's very possible that this new development will be the one weakness that Klaus has that might undo him. I don't know if he's using her to seem more sympathetic, to get more people to his side. That might be part of the plan, or if he really did not expect it and he actually feels something for her, because he's never even given her a second glance. Matter of fact, he tried to kill her at the end of last season as part of the sacrifice. I don't know, maybe so much has happened since then that he's honestly starting to feel the loneliness more. Because when he had to restake Rebecca, you could tell that he in woman's face, he really didn't want to do it, but he was scared that she would come after him now that she knew what happened to their mother. I really couldn't tell you where that one's going to go. I mean, I was too surprised. I formed words. I was like, it was kind of sweet in a sick sort of way. But, I mean, I don't know. We shall see. So next week's episode, I think it's called Ties That Bind. Bonnie's mother will be making an appearance because Bonnie believes that she's the one that has the ability to open up the unopenable coffin. So we will meet Bonnie's mother, who apparently left 15 years ago. left her husband, left her child, and her witchcraft behind to have a different life. Because I guess she didn't want to deal with all the crap. We'll probably learn some backstory about why she did what she did. Because it seems like Bonnie and her mom don't really have that much contact. And the effect it had on her father was definitely a negative one. I don't think he ever truly got over it. Because I don't think he understood why. I don't believe her father knows that she's a witch. But anyway, it's going to be more action, more issues with Stefan. I don't know about the Damon and Elena angle. We shall see. Another thing. Apparently, Tyler was the one that informed Klaus. Of course, I'm sure Klaus was probably expecting that. He apparently went to Klaus, totally freaked out, and informed him that he'd accidentally bit Caroline and probably begged him, please save her, But like I said, I'm sure Klaus was probably expecting that. That was the whole point. I don't know how it's going to go, but it seems like things are going to get touchier and touchier as time goes on. Klaus seems like he's going to be garnering more people to his side as the episodes wear on, so that it's almost seem like Stefan will be in a bubble. It'd be like him against the world. I mean, Damon doesn't trust Klaus. We'll never trust Klaus, but I think he knows that Klaus is the easier of the two to deal with than Stefan at this point. So, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes next week. And that's all for me. See you next week. Hold on.